Hi, guys. Welcome back to On the Town. I'm your host, Tanya Cooper. Thank you so much for being with us again. This week, we are discussing the basics of financial planning. We are here today with two special guests. My first guest is new to financial planning field, and she is committed to helping other people plan for the future. Please welcome Ms. Monique Nivens. Hi.
Yes.
How are
Hello,
you?
how are you?
Thank you so much for being with us.
Yes.
And our next guest is a financial professional and a financial educator at World Financial Group. She is teaching everyday people to understand the basic principles of building a strong financial foundation. Please welcome Nadine Ellis. Hi.
Hi, Tanya. Thank you for that warm welcome.
Thank you both for coming. We appreciate you for being our guest. How is it going out there in the middle of this lovely pandemic?
Oh, in Georgia?
Yeah.
I'm in Georgia. You hear it on the news.
Yes. Yes. How is it? How are things as far as finances in this field? As far as the pandemic goes, has it increased or decreased, or what's going on with that?
Oh, it says increases.
Mm-hmm.
And it increased because of a lot of people have lost their job
Mm-hmm.
and they're looking a vehicle to where they're going to put their rollovers. So we're doing a lot of rollover, a lot of IRA annuities.
Mm.
That's something that we have always educated our clients, and just having the workshops talk about when you leave your job or if you get fired, you have no insurance coverage. All of
Right.
that is gone.
Yeah.
Every type of insurance is gone. So it is very busy over our side here.
Mm.
Very surprising, right? But it is very busy.
Well,
Hmm.
that's good. So I know today you want to do a quick finance presentation for us, for our viewers. So I'm gonna let you do that first, and then I'll save the Q&A for after. Is that good?
Oh, that is great. Well, let's go. We're gonna start this. Bear with me, guys. This is a new screen for
Yeah,
me. I'm so used to Zoom, Zoom, Zoom.
I know. And that's what I would tell you. The Zoom, I forgot. I couldn't did it in Zoom, so I apologize. Here we go. So
Oh,
now I
that
got
is
it.
okay.
But
Can
there
you
we
see my
go.
screen?
Yes, we
It's
got it.
coming.
We got it.
We
All
have it.
right.
Thank
Yes, I
you.
can
And
see
just
you.
1 second, viewers, if you're out there yet, I see some of you. Hello, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions on finances or insurance, now's the time to put them in the chat, and we'll try to answer them later. Okay. So thank you for watching. Go ahead, Nadine. Take it back.
Okay, great. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. So I hope everyone is seeing my screen very clearly. Unfortunately, I can't see Tanya's beautiful face and her smiling Monique smile anymore. I'm just seeing the presentation. So who we are, our company's World Financial Group, but how we stand differently within the financial industry. We want to build a new industry by what? By doing national. So we're on a national campaign for financial literacy. You know, as a financial professional, I could say, do this, do that. But our main concerns are these things here. We're seeing obstacles ahead of us, and we're seeing it even more than everything. These flyers were built, or presentations were built before the pandemic has happened. But now more than ever, we're seeing even the obstacles are happening. Retirement crisis.
Mm-hmm.
The traditional pillars of retirement are now in doubt more than ever. Poor saving habits. Fewer companies offer pension. Retirement benefits such as Social Security may become what? It may not be there, right? I don't know about anyone I know. If you look at your Social Security, they do say it might exhaust by 2034. So this pillar right here, this tool, this person is sitting very nicely on. Most companies don't have pension anymore. Savings, within savings, the rate of return is so low, but your savings is there. A lot of people are not saving as much. We don't know when we retire how much we're going to have in Social Security. Is it enough?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're looking at it, and these obstacles are already here because we see baby boomers now already retired, and they're struggling so much.
Mm-hmm.
And we could go more and more into this, but I have a short period of time. But I want us to think about all these things that is happening. What does your retirement look like? Because we're seeing how baby boomers, what's happening now more than ever with the pandemic, and we're going to be all right. I know we're going to be all right. It's a matter of time. We just, we always say things happen, but we just have to brush off and we got to keep going, right? But then we see education crisis. Tuition costs keep rising. I
Mhm.
remember when I started college here in the US. So you hear a beautiful accent because I'm from the island of Jamaica. So I finished 2 years in high school here and then I went straight to college. Then with college at that time, my GPA had to be 2.5 to get 100%. 2.5.
Mhm.
Now it has to be 3.7 to
Mhm.
get 100% ride.
Mhm.
How many 3.7 students or children you know
Mhm.
out there? I know not a whole lot. I don't know if Tanya know a whole lot, but I don't know a whole lot. I know a lot of B students,
Right.
right? More than 3.7.
Right.
Student loans can be a major burden.
Mhm.
Some graduates having trouble finding good jobs and the right career for them. We
Mhm.
don't even want to go into now because of the pandemic, what's going on. We don't even know what the future is going to look like.
Mhm. Mhm.
Spending crisis.
Yes.
I remember I read an article and I always share it, and Tanya know the article I talked about, that technology is going to be the death of us because it's right in our hands, right here. And now we're seeing what keeping up with social media is not even keeping up with the Joneses, keeping up with social media friends can
Mhm.
get very expensive,
Yes, it
right?
is. Yes, it is.
So expensive. So let's think about now, what is your situation right now? Yes, a lot of people are having problems paying their bills. A lot of people are having concern with their jobs or their career because of the pandemic more than even anything else. Are
Mhm.
you paid what you're worth? We used to say no.
Mhm.
We still say no, right? Are
Mhm.
your children growing up and your parents growing older fast? Parents growing old faster than you can provide for them?
Mhm.
I feel that way. Do you feel that a financial trap is affecting your family? Some people do.
Mhm.
It says right here, it's ironic that we live in one of the wealthiest country in the world,
Mhm.
yet many people have money problems, right, Tanya?
Yeah.
So some work hard all their lives but still retire poor. I've
Mhm.
seen that happen.
Mhm.
If you don't see it happen, you even if it doesn't happen to you, it's happened around you or
Mhm.
happen to you within your family, I mean.
Yep.
Many do so much to raise their kids, their children, and often see them finish college with so much debt.
Yes.
College debt is the highest debt in the country. You know why, too? Because even if you file bankruptcy, you cannot even put it in the bankruptcy.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they want you to pay it off.
It's true.
Our education is said we don't want no more debt becomes a way of life. Can we stop making debt becomes a way of life? Can we understand about debt management? All these things, putting things in
Right.
place. This is what our company believes in. We believe in financial education. Your future
Absolutely.
is not in the hands of your employer,
Mhm.
your union, or your government.
Mhm.
It is neither in the hands of your bank nor your broker. Whose hands is supposed to be in your hands?
Mm-hmm.
You should know how to make money, save money, accumulate money, protect your money. I know this sounds so crazy because of this time, but we still, thank God, some of us knew how to protect some of our money and even have those emergency funds.
Mhm.
Be educated, be your own money manager. That's all we're saying. Knowing
Yes.
less can cost more, understanding how money works.
Mhm.
Make money, make money work for you.
You.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Wow.
For you. It's
Mhm.
not how much you make, it's how you're going to make it work for you. We
Mm-hmm.
just had a presentation on budgeting. That
Mhm.
would be another topic. Because we have to make the little that we make, we gotta make it work for us.
Mhm.
We spend so many years in school learning how to make a living. It's time for us to stop doing that.
You
Mhm.
got it right.
Not just to make a living, but how to live.
Mm-hmm.
But we should also invest our time learning the financial basic to save a fortune. We won't be free until we're financially free. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people wonder how for retirement. When do you I ask this question? When do you want to retire?
Mhm.
Mm.
Hmm. When do you want to retire?
Mhm.
You retire. Sometimes you say 65, 67, and then you retire. There's not enough money. You got to go back to work. So retirement should mean that you are financially free. Doesn't matter what age.
Mm-hmm.
A mission to motivate, understand how money works. Some people work for money but don't know how to make money work for them.
Right.
Have a financial goal and plan for the future. People don't plan to fail. Nobody plans to fail, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just fail to plan. Because a lot of time you just work and keep going. But you're not having that time, that moment to sit down. Let's talk about cutting down expenses. Like I said, it's not how much you earn that counts. It's what you keep.
Yep.
Reduce your debt and liability.
Mm.
Reduce it. Interest on debt may limit your ability to future saving. Increase your cash flow. Make money when you can, while you can. Have multiple stream of income.
Yes.
A lot of people would just have one job and depending on their one job. And now when the crisis happens, what's happening? It's gone.
Mm.
We have to have a backup plan. What is your B plan, C plan? What is that backup plan? Embrace change and expect to succeed. Be certain in the uncertain time. We got to take control of our future, nobody else.
Mm.
Here we talk about understanding how money works. Do we understand the wealth formula?
Mm.
Right.
Money doesn't grow on tree, right?
Right.
We wish. I wish there was a lot of tree back there
You and me both.
in my backyard, I wish. But no, it's not there, unfortunately.
Right.
You must work for it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to build wealth, there's a formula for you to build on. Money, it takes time. You have to understand rate of return, plus and minus, inflation. It's always negative. Because this little glasses right here might worth $2, $3 now, or $5, say $5. By next week, it might worth at $5.04. What happened? Inflation hit it.
Yep.
The value of the money is not the same. It's the same $5, but it's added. Taxes. Our favorite uncle always wants his taxes. I don't know how he's our favorite uncle, but he's not mine. 'Cause my favorite uncle don't take from me. That's my crony joke, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. There's no one in there, right?
That's a good one.
Yes.
I like it.
Thank you. But we have to understand getting a plus on your rate of return to beat inflation, to beat taxes. And we'll talk one-on-one on those things. Understand to build that wealth for yourself.
Mm.
Do we know that just small changes, big money? Spending is a habit, so is savings. What if you can make small changes to your spending habits and start saving $10 a day? You know what $10 a day is? $300 a month.
Yep.
Getting a rate of return of 8% in 30 years. Do we have to pay the lot, guys? No. We just have to be disciplined. Do you know some people who spend more than $10 a day in the lottery and they never won? If they were putting that aside and getting 8% rate of return, if you could spend, say, $600 a month or even more and get 8% in 30 years, what it will look like. This is what we have to understand when we understand that formula. Now we have this wonderful formula. I don't know who out there is seeing this, and maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. When I first saw this formula, I had to go back to my finance book. So wait a minute. It was there. The formula compound interest. If we can understand this formula and let us use for us instead of against us. Where a lot of people are using it, it's used against us too much. And I'll tell you how it's used against us. Number one, it says if you divide the interest that you get, so this person get 4%. Divided by 72, and this formula was developed by Albert Einstein. He was a wise mathematician. We all know him, right? They said he was crazy, but he was just wise beyond his time. That's all that was. They couldn't understand his mind. But he said if you divide it, you will see how long your money take to double. Think about your money in the bank. Is your money ever going to double? No. How many 72 years do you have in your lifetime? Only one. Because if you divide it by even 1%, we don't even get 1% in the bank.
Nope.
We never see our money double in the bank at all. But there's other vehicles that you'll see your money double. So this person will get 12%. But think about it. How it used against us. If you get a credit card, 24%. Most credit cards you see 22, 24% credit cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take 24, you max this card out, how much years is going to take your money to double? Every 3 years. But who is it doubling? Who is it benefiting? That company, not you. You will never pay off that. I know some people have credit cards out there and it's like, why I can't pay this off? My daughter now is in college and she said, Mom, she has a little credit card and I taught her all this, but young people, I was there once. She said,
My
Mom.
daughter's the same way. My daughter's the same way, Nadine.
Yes.
She just was complaining yesterday about her credit card. I said, you can't pay minimum. You can't pay minimum and think you're going to pay it off.
She said, Mom, they only give me 300 and I maxed it out. Why I can't pay it off? Because you remember the formula, compound interest. How much was that interest? She's like, yes, I hear you talk about it so much years, Ma, but I finally see it, what you're talking about.
And that's how they learn.
Nadine, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
One of the things I realized, I had a lot of credit card, whatever debt, and someone was like, "You're never going to be able to pay it off." But one way I realized to pay it off is by having multiple streams of income. That's how I did it.
Yes, but there's still ways of we have workshops on that showing you how to pay off those there, because that's why you need sometime have an additional job or multiple stream of income to get out of debt, because you have to learn how to get out of debt. So when we talk about taxes, Benjamin Franklin said this. He said that nothing is certain in this world except for death and taxes.
Right.
Money, they tax you. You spend money, they still tax you.
Right.
You save money, they tax you. Even when they die, they're still taxing you. Oh my goodness.
Yep. And when you die, they try to hit your family up for some stuff.
That's why I said they're still taxing you. They're taxing you and your family still.
That's why you have to have the right vehicles where your money is being invested in, so that you can get in front of those taxes. Correct?
Yes.
And that's why we got to understand these formulas. And we have a wonderful book that we talk about. And we have to understand this here. Where do you put your money? Understanding tax now, tax later, tax advantage. Where does your money go? You got to think about it. Let's take a look at the following tax treatment on different types of investment account in the US.
Okay.
Tax now. If you make a certain amount right here, you get taxes right away. You get a 1099 that you got to pay our favorite uncle right away.
Absolutely.
Tax later. Building up that cash. Yes, I'm ready to retire. Wow, yes. I got $200, 300,000, even 300,000, 1 million. Then your uncle starts smiling with you. I want my taxes now. You were at a 30% tax bracket. Say you retire with 300,000. 30% tax bracket. How much is that? Right away. Gone. That is 30,000 gone. Taxes.
Yes.
And you have another 20-something years, 30-something years to go. How that money is going to stretch for you, going to make it happen. Understanding the tax advantage. Roth IRA. There's rules to everything here that the IRS have, and we'll talk about that at another time, one-on-one. Will take longer. Understanding these rules and regulation, understanding how to use this tax brackets here for your advantage, especially life insurance policy. We have to understand how to use it a lot of people don't know the gains in life insurance policy is not taxed.
Right.
At all. How can you use it when you're alive? Not just when you're dead. How when you're alive? how you can use this life insurance policy to leave legacy, to build legacy, to pay your taxes in certain there. We got to understand how to use it. These are topics that we got to get people to understand. And we have workshops that we provide, free workshops. Because remember, I said we are on a campaign, so we provide free workshop 5 days a week. Free consultation. I don't charge at all, because we're on that campaign and we want people to understand how to increase your cash flow to take care of certain things, debt management, build a strong financial foundation, proper protection, build wealth, asset accumulation, retirement planning, wealth preservation. We got to understand everything here to make it happen. And we want people to be a part of our campaign, just like we're campaigning for so much other things. We want people to campaign with us to be for financial literacy. We're in a campaign. First, we were on campaign to educate 1 million family by 2020. We did it. Even through the pandemic, we pushed everything online right away. Now we are on campaign to educate 30 million family by 2030. But we need everyone help. And I thank Tanya so much, because now she's a part of our campaign. She has invited me here. I don't know everyone on here. I know you have learned something and you will learn more. This wonderful book we could send to you, the workbook. These books we offer. So we just want people to be a part of our campaign and to be financially free, to be financially educated. I thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much for that presentation. I appreciate it.
Wonderful. As always.
Yeah, that was brilliant. And I thought the viewers should listen to that, because I was like, well, I can ask 500 questions a day, but the way that you presented it to me, I was like, okay, so now I know when I come to you, what do I need to ask? I know where I'm, you know what I'm saying? You need the basics first, and then we can go into questioning and like, okay, what are we dealing with? How much do I have to spend? And what's my, all those questions can come if I have the basics. Now, at least we have the basics. So viewers, if you have a question, type it in a box. I'm going to start up top and ask, I see Kevin asked, what is money?
Money?
Yes. Yeah, he's a part of 100%. He said, what is money? I'd love to know this one. Go ahead. Do you have any idea?
Wow, what is money? Money is the value of whatever you feel it should be. You know, even if it's a coin, even if it's a penny, right? What is that value of it? What it is to you? Money means different for everyone, right? So what's that value? It is the value of what you can use it to purchase something.
Right.
You know, now you have paper money. Now we have invisible money. We have everything, right? But it's the power to purchase whatever you want. That's what it is.
Thank you very much. And so let's see. Hut Muse, let's see. She said unrealistic expectations and not enough funding to support students. That's when you was reading the parts about what's going on now. So she was agreeing, I guess, expectations and not enough funding to support our students, which is true. But go ahead.
You know, there is a lot of funds are out there. We got to start researching for ourselves.
Yes.
There is a lot. If I could send you a lot of emails of nonprofit organizations out there.
Okay.
Right? That you can start searching.
Okay.
We might think that $100 is not enough or 500, but think of it. If you get a good amount, 500, right? It can really help you. So there's fundings out there. We just got to start searching ahead of time. And I believe if you feel your child is going to go to college, you need to start searching to be exact as they reach 8th grade, heading to 9th grade. We even have a coaching section dealing with college planning, so we can talk about those things too. All right.
That's okay. I had a question to that, but let me the research. You said researching colleges and something. I had something to that, but I'll come back to it.
Yes.
See who's on here. Muse. Anthony says, well, you just answered that. College is expensive these days and not too many grants. You just answered that. She's saying, Anthony, there are lots of things available. We just need to do the research. And I can attest to that one. I can attest to that. That's how I got to NYU without paying 4 years instead of a year.
There's even a grant book. I don't know if they still have the grant book out, but it's called the Big Book of College Grants.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of it.
People up to people being left-handed, you get a certain grant.
Yes.
Mom's going back to school, you get a certain grant.
Yes.
You may want to look up if you can find it, if they still have it, because I used it for college.
Oh, what's the name of it again? Say it again.
The Big Book of College Grants.
The big
Book of College Grants. I don't know if it's still out there.
Yeah. And Anthony, it's not just you have to research, your child got to be prepared to, because you have to do your part, but your child has to do their part too, because they got to keep their GPA up. They do not fall below 3.0, because a lot of those grants is not for most students under 3.0. I'll be honest there.
Yes, and I have another one here. Let's see. Okay, so that's good. So thank you. This is really good. So I have another one here. Gligor Tashevich is a friend of mine, and he's a very smart guy. Thank you, Gligor. Look at this. He said, you just need to know where to find it, like you were saying, Nadine. I suggest starting here, www.candid.org. Yes, Gligor is awesome. He helped my nonprofit to go to find a place that actually has nothing but grants. That's all they do. So thank you, Gligor, for that comment. We appreciate you so much. He's a whiz on this stuff. So
I love to talk to him too, because he can be, because that's a new one. I never heard of that website before. So I'm
going to put it in the thing when I finish, www.candid.org.
Oh, I wrote it down.
Well, I went to the grant, I think it's the grant writing library, and when it used to be on Fifth Avenue, they moved it downtown. But I went because Gligor was the one that told me about it, and he was right. I was like, oh my God. I mean, there's money for anything you can do.
Even for your master's degree, your doctorate degree, not just for high school student. If you want to go for your master's, your doctorate, there is grants out there for a lot of grants out there. So
I'm looking for those. That's a good one, because I'm
very much.
That's a good one. All right, so let me see who's else. Okay, this is a good one. Did she ask? Wait, I'm trying to see what she says. The Big Book of College Grant. Okay, that's what you said.
Scholarships. I said it wrong. It's scholarships.
Okay, thank you, Andra, for trying that out. And who else? How about when you're working? Will you still be able to get those grants? Don't they go on income?
Yes, you will still be able to get on those grants, and we can you could get my number later. We could talk differently, because there's certain grants out there for different
business number, by the way. What's the business number?
Yes, for different income earner, there's different grants for there. They have special grants if your income is under is 6,000 or less, and your child wants to go to Harvard, Howard, all of those adult colleges, there's full rights for them too. So there's a lot. It depends on income, but they still get it.
Okay, so that's I'm putting your number in the thing so that people can see it now if they need to call for any reason, just in case I don't get to put it in. So that's good. So you heard that question, Anthony. That was answered. Who we got? Wandra. My GPA is 3.40. Go, girl. Yes, I see you doing it there. You're making it happen. She's an awesome friend of mine. Who's this? Wandra, I need a grant. I want help. Okay, so I'll find that information for you, Wandra. Okay.
Yes.
I will find it. Oh, she was a grant for her bachelor's. She said that's what it is.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so okay, we got you, Wandra. I'll be looking into that. Okay. I'll be looking to see what that's about, because I'm looking for one actually too for grad school, but that's another story. So thank you. What else? So wow, that was so amazing. You really covered all the basics, which is what I just wanted our viewers to know, the basics. So now that they got questions, I put the number in the chat, guys, that you can actually call Nadine. I put the work number in there. And you who just graduated? I know. I was gonna say, Wanda, didn't you just graduate? Are you trying to get your trying to get your master's, girl. What you got to do up in here, okay? Congratulations to you for graduating,
Yes,
Wanda.
congratulations.
In June? Okay. Well, okay. Which one is it? You graduate or you graduate in June? Which one? But either way, it don't matter. I'm proud of you. That's awesome. That's a big thing to do. And Nadine, you guys are awesome because I'm trying to think now. I'm like, my questions, it seems so trivial now compared to all the great things that you just covered. Anybody else have any more questions? Oh, you getting your bachelor's? Okay, I got you. Okay, I see Wandra. She's getting her bachelor's. Okay. But, anybody else have any questions? Put them in the chat while we got these two ladies here. Y'all better get it while you can. And like she said, they offer classes, free workshops. Like that's someone asked that. Grandma asked that. What'd she say? She said, what happens in the workshop? That's what she said.
In the workshop, you have a wonderful workbook. There's questions. There's a lot of things. If it's debt management, that workbook that she have right there, Monique, you could show the workbook right there. Yes, that workbook. You're right. It's your workbook, so you'll write notes while they're talking. And there's different type of workshops like debt management. So if you want to get out of debt, we show you how to get out of debt, how to for retirement, for cash accumulation, wealth preservation, will, trust, all of that we talk about. So everything into the financial industry is in that workshops.
Okay, so awesome. What about so you pretty much answered a lot of my questions I had. They were just the basics. But so like what's one that I think you pretty much covered with her? That's good. So, this is a viewer question. Someone had asked that wasn't here that asked me to ask this question. What type of insurance is good for independent business owner and no kids? What options would somebody like that have? This maybe like 24 years old.
Oh, there's a couple insurance that you could look at. If you're by yourself, if you're have a partner, you have key person insurance, you have individual insurance to make sure you're covered in case anything happened to you. There's different insurance out there. You have term, you have as permanent, you have whole life, universal life, variable universal life, index universal life. So we will have to talk to see which one will fit your portfolio as that business person, 24-year-old. So I have to see your plans. What is your plans and your goals within that business to see which insurance policy fits for you.
Okay. And what about, I always ask this question anyway when I hear finance. If so, again, I give an example. If someone is, we know of a 24-year-old young lady who's a teacher, and so not a lot of money, but they're in school full time for their masters. What advice would you give them if they had, let's say, $300 a month? What would you be able to suggest, or
So with that $300 a month, they already put something down for the emergency fund, because always to make sure you put something down for your emergency fund. So if they have already put for the emergency fund.
No, they haven't. That's what I'm saying. If they had $300 a month and they're saying, okay, what do I do now? What advice would you be able to give them?
So everyone's goals are different.
Her goal is to have money when she retires. That's
her goal. $300
how much money is the question.
Right. Comfortable.
Like when she plans on retiring, how much will let her live?
Okay, so there's a there's a series of questions that one needs to ask in order to come up with the greatest plan for them.
Yeah.
Okay,
so project into the future, and inflation is going to go up every year, so you got to project. She's 24 now.
Right.
But if she wants to retire before 65 comfortably,
right,
she has to know what she needs to, where she needs to put it for the fastest. She's got to know whether she's a risk taker or she wants to be safe, safe. You have safe investors and you have risk takers.
I got you.
And you have people that mix their portfolos, right?
Yes. Yes, you said it so perfect.
You said it perfect. I know. I was like, I think I want to get in this class now. I was like, go ahead.
That's why we offer the workshops too, so that you can go in the workshops as many times as you want till you get it down pat. Because some people, like myself, we go in and we don't really get it the first time.
Right.
So you can go in a couple of times, and I'm going to tell y'all, I've just started this business in August. I found so much stuff just for me. That's why I like to share it. Like I went from always worrying about saving to now I found things I could just cut out and live without $300 a month, easy. Put aside.
Yeah. There you go. And that's why even when you go on the workshops, that's why you have to get the consultation. And that's why we don't charge for the consultation, because we need to see where you at. To understand what is your goal, what is your short-term goal, your midterm goal, and your long-term goal for yourself and plus for your family. So I like what Anthony is saying right here. You know, Anthony said, I want to info on instead of the bank. Yes, the bank is just an emergency fund.
1%.
You remember where I showed that slide, Anthony, where you saw where you're putting your money. Those were all the vehicles in North America that you could put your money. So but you have to understand those vehicles, just like how Monique said, what your risk level is. How long, when do you want your money? Like you said, that 24-year-old might say, hey, I want to retire in 10 years, 20 years. So it has to do with everyone individual. So I know definitely, Anthony, I will hear from you. So we could.
Yes, and Wanda said she wants to go out too. Wanda, yes, you need to contact
Anthony
too. And who's this?
Everyone. And she put it in the chat, so everyone needs. You have my email and you'll have my phone number that you can contact, because then we'll give you the information for the workshops, because it's invitation only. Because it's on Zoom and we know that is very secure. The security, so it is not live. It is all invitation only.
Yeah, and then I will, guys, after the show, I will go to the page and post the number of where you can reach her website, all that information after the show. I will put that so you'll have it, okay?
And you're not too old to get a grant.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Wandra, you're not too old, girlfriend, and stop it, because I'm older than you. Don't play it.
No, you never too old to get a grant. No way. No.
Yeah, so that's and it's really about sacrificing. Stop spending on the nice shoes and the nice handbags. Everybody laughs at me, but I love thrift shops. That's my thing. Because I want a Chanel jacket. Don't get it twisted. But I don't want to pay $10,000 for a suit. I'd rather pay $200 for a suit if I was gonna. You know what I'm saying? Or $50, depending on where you go. So you got to learn thrifty habits, is what I call it. It's nice on a budget, because if you add up, I was adding up the money that I was spending on hair weaves and wigs. Do you know how much money I was spending? Just me, a little nobody who don't even make that much money. $3,000 and something a year.
Really?
And I only went to the hairdresser like maybe once a month. I did my own, washing or whatever. But I only went like maybe once a month, a weave once every like 4 months. It wasn't even like
every. That's why I'm natural now under all of this.
Me too. That's what I'm doing.
Because I was going every week. I was going every week. Times
it's
50,
expensive.
60, 70, whatever, and then times 12. So
so that's one way for us to get, because even myself, I said, okay, how can I get the money? And I was like, do you go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
because that's about $50 a week right there, right?
More than that
I'm saying, I know. I watch people. I'm like, wait a minute. I know you got it. You just don't know you got it. I'm gonna tell you how you got it.
And you said it so perfectly. It is called budgeting.
Yes.
If you learn how to budget, you'll be fine.
Let it become a second,
and cutting down. Just like we talk about coffee. That's something in our workshop we talk about. You calculate. You buy a coffee 5 days a week.
Yeah.
$5. Right here is just $25 already.
But you gotta multiply that.
And what about smokers?
Oh, don't even talk.
Ooh, they could be rich. They could be rich, right? They could be rich.
Yes, we can.
I added that money up. I was like, oh, girl, you spend $50 a week on cigarettes. I'm
going to tell you something that's real interesting. When you cut back on smoking, and a lot of people say it's hard to do, which it is, but when you start to see the money that you save, it becomes a little easier because you actually see your money still in the bank.
Yeah,
I speak from experience, people. That's why it's helping me to quit. It's helping me to quit even faster because I'm seeing the money I was spending on cigarettes and coffee.
Right.
I only treat myself twice a month now to coffee outside. You make it in the house, it's cheaper. I don't do Starbucks. I do Dunkin' Donuts, so I could get a bag of any flavor decaf. I'm just saying, ladies. But the cigarettes, all the habits, even down to Like I got rid of my TV and my phone off of my 3-part package because I didn't need it.
Right.
Everybody in here watches YouTube or they watch, Netflix, that kind of thing, which comes with the phone.
Right. So why would you waste? Right.
Why not utilize what you have available to you? I'm not saying everybody can do it.
Right.
Right.
You cut back where you can cut back. You just do it because some people just have the habit of spending.
Yes. Yes.
And
we
see
don't
people go in the store to spend $5 and they come out with $500 worth of stuff. I need all of this. No, you don't.
Yep. Yeah, it's
all right, Anthony.
All right, Anthony.
So
18
you
years.
have some money in the bank, Anthony, but not at 1%.
Right, 18 years. I'm adding up all the tax costs.
Exactly.
Yes, thank you,
Anthony, so you can invest that money elsewhere instead of the bank at 1%.
That's right. 18 years. That's a long time. God bless you.
But at least he can remember when he quit.
Yes. Yes, but that's those are the things I'm talking about. I appreciate you guys both, ladies and gentlemen, my viewers. I can't believe the time has flew, but we appreciate you, Nadine and Monique, for taking the time to come and see us and give them the website one more time. I'm going to put it in the thing when we finish. I'm going to go on Facebook and put it on there.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes, put it on there with that. So my number is 770-383. 2398.
I put that in the chat already.
You put it in the chat already?
I put that. I'm gonna go put it all on there.
Yeah, because my website is long as agent.
Yeah, I got you.
Your group is so long.
I got you. Wow. We got you. So, guys, if you're looking for any more information, if you want to, if it's time and you're like me, like it's time for me to figure something out here, because with this pandemic, you better be planning something.
Definitely get these 2 books.
You better be planning something. Yes.
Will change your life. And when people say that, they usually, it's like a little cliche, but they really do. From the first section, which is the debt management, the first section just had me going over it over and over again. And I was like, oh, I can save here. Because you actually need to sit down and do a financial strategy. Like you need to know what you're spending, where you're spending, and being honest with yourself. Right. Don't leave anything out.
Yes. Please.
Don't leave anything out.
And my email is nlswfg@gmail.com. That's the short, easy one.
NLS WFG.
Yeah, nlswfg@gmail.com.
Got it. So you guys. Yes, thank you. So you guys, I thank you guys so much for watching. We thank our guests, Nadine Ellis and Monique Nivens. We thank you both. And if you get some calls, let me know. If you guys call, say On the Town Told sent you, okay?
All right.
Okay.
There's no coupon with it, but
I don't make anything. I do endorse this commercial. But just to let you know, just so they'll know that you're not just some random strangers off the street, that you're On the Town viewers and you're smart and you're hip and you know what time it is. And Gligor, thank you for your advice that you've given there. We are going to definitely check that out. And guys, make sure you go to Facebook, check out On the Town with Tanya, hit subscribe, like all that yada yada stuff, because we're trying to get paid. I'm just saying. What else can a girl do? I can't do no other job. This is all I can do. I only know how to interview people. So let's go. Let's get it. And I hope you'll go and check us out Thursday. I do living room chat. And Sunday On the Town with Tanya, I have my guests. And then Saturdays, don't forget, I'm a new co-host at 5blackcomics.com. Check out their website. Oh, you're going to see a girl on there. So check it out, because we're trying to do it. We're trying to make it. 2021 is the year that we all my viewers, you're going to get your money game up. You're going to get your investment up. And whatever God has in plan for you, for your gifts and your talents. So let's get it. So thank you for watching, and we will see you guys.
Thank you very much, Tanya, for having me.
What did you say? Somebody asked a question. Oh, thank you. This was really helpful. Someone said. Oh, thank you.
You are so welcome. And we're here for you guys. Thank you again, Tanya. Appreciate you.
Don't forget, guys, tell her On the Town sent you. I'm going to go put the stuff on the page now. All right. Bye. Bye, ladies.
Bye.